Hello and welcome to the new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Skeledirge in the Open Great League. My community today finished 14 minutes ago at this point. And so we're going to take a look here today at some gameplay. I really appreciate you being here. Of course, most likely not going to be the first one who now showcases Pokemon because I, rather played the community day today because it was actually a really good one. Today we had a community day with triple Stardust, which was really nice. I got around like 400 or 500,000 Stardust, which is quite solid for just playing like casually for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Did my battles mainly while I'm been still outside, so like maybe not every count is perfect or anything like this, but still I want to take a look at here today. On how good Skeledirge is going to be, and I got rid of Blast Burn. Blast Burn I really don't want Blast Burn. I still built a new one here just because I had like really good IVs and I was like, I want to kind of try out to get like one at 1500 CP. My last one has like really, I think like 1477 or something. It wasn't really great. So at least here I have like one of mine with now Torch Song as well as Shadow Wall, which is the ideal play. We're going to have it in the lead, which is going to allow us to hopefully utilize the Torch Song a little bit better because we have shields, and in the 2-shield scenario this Pokemon is absolutely ridiculous. And to pair it all together here, we're going to have in the back the Morpeko, which is a Pokemon that it wants to avoid, of course, mainly those Fairy-type Pokemon, which you just saw in the lead, but also it's going to be good against Ghost-type Pokemon, which you just saw against us. I'm using a shield here just in case they're going for a return. They didn't. But yeah, Morpeko definitely going to be an interesting choice here. Morpeko is more of a spice pick, I have to say. Like a Pokemon that are going to be a little bit better here, for example, would be, I think, something like a Jumpluff. Jumpluff would be most likely a little bit better here, while Morpeko itself isn't a spice pick. For the team, it is the spice pick, because I kind of want to have a little bit of a faster team, which I have here today as well. And Morpeko, here I think I will actually survive the move, by the way. But Morpeko is going to sadly give us a ground type weakness that we also have in our lead, which we're going to see here later on as well, that this can be a bit tricky. So if you want to make this team a little bit more balanced, I don't know, maybe go ahead and go for the Jumpluff, which also has some interesting matchups compared to what we have otherwise. Jumpluff has the fast move that is going to be the Fairy Wind, so you're going to be able to go for super effective damage against Dragon type Pokemon, which you don't really want to face with your lead, or also of course Dark type Pokemon, which you don't really want to face there as well. You're going to have the double weakness to Ice, which Skeledirge is going to be able to resist, which the Credilli is going to be maybe able to bait out because you have the Grass typing where it's still super effective against you, but you also have good coverage against it with the Rock Tomb. So I think it's a great combination there. But yeah, because I didn't really want to play Jumpluff today, maybe I'm going to still take a look at Jumpluff afterwards, I kind of went for this one. Also, this is the first battle. Absolutely ridiculous. They had Talonflame in the lead, which would have been a neutral matchup, and I kind of want to swap out because I have a good Pokemon in the back. They swap out at the same time into a Pokemon with Annihilate that would have not really liked to battle up against my Skeledirge. Skeledirge would have mostly been able to just win the matchup there straight away. But instead, we had our Credilli against this Pokemon, where of course they had a great time. But not only this, I also went for the bait instead of the Grass Knot. The Grass Knot most likely just will one-shot the opponent there because, Shadow Annihilate doesn't have the biggest bulk. Grass Knot is a great move, and we would have had Step on it, so I most likely would have put them either in the Deep Red Health or would have one-shotted there from this range. So everything kind of went against us. But this doesn't mean that we have to give up here, right? Because you're going to have the Wigglytuff in the back, which makes it even weirder that the opponent decides to swap out of here into, the Annihilate against my lead. But we were able to get here the shield from them. We have the debuff onto them as well, and I can go for the Torch Song. Torch Song is such a game changer. Let me tell you, this move looks great. Finally, like a move that comes with the animation as well, but this move is going to buff Incinerate to completely new heights. Like, this move is such a strong addition to this Pokemon, making it so much more viable, and trust me, we want to take a look at this Pokemon quite a few more times on this channel in different kind of leagues, so definitely stay tuned for that. Wigglytuff is definitely not going to appreciate it. By the way, you're going to see every single battle I did here today. For example, here, I would have mostly swapped out way faster into my Morpeko if I was actually playing while not walking and doing my city right now. So yeah, that is definitely not ideal way of playing this. I could have counted stuff better. I could have went for even a few more moves here most likely. So yeah, that's excuse of course for me playing while I'm outside, but it is what it is. We're going to see here now that we're going to be able to go for an aura wheel against the opponent, and with the boost onto us, this is actually going to be enough to get the KO, and that is going to be quite nice, because now we're going to see here the Wiggles coming back in. Wiggles is not going to be appreciating this one at all. We're going to have the bait coming through, which sadly doesn't get the shield, but we're gonna get the debuff against them. They're gonna go into their own Morpeko, which is going to allow us to showcase off our favorite move of all time, the Torch Song. Look at this, we're gonna boost ourselves, look at the incinerate damage, and we're just gonna be able to easily knock them out. Torch Song, if you didn't know, 70 damage, guaranteed boost of your attack and 45 energy. Next opponent is my brother here, Silas, like my actual brother, like some people getting confused. Yeah, that is actually my brother. But we're gonna have here sadly literally the worst possible matchup that I could imagine. We're going to have Greninja in the lead, which is a cool pick for the current meta. Don't get me wrong, I know that my brother also was hyping this Pokemon up on Twitter. But it's a cool pick for the current meta. I totally understand this and I totally see that as well. But it's going to completely destroy my Skeledirge, which I don't think it was supposed to counter. It's more like for Grumpig, for any kind of Ghost type Pokemon, for Lapras. Like Greninja is great for those kind of things. But yeah, apparently also for the Skeledirge. And yeah, I swap out here, which is a bit silly, but at the end of the day, I know at this point I have no chance of winning this battle. Like Greninja had so much energy, I know that my Morpeko is not going to have the fast move pressure that I need for it, and so this is going to be just basically a game where I try my best still, but I don't really have a chance of succeeding here. We're not giving up here, we're gonna still try our best, we're gonna go ahead and see the Night Slash coming through. They baited me twice and get the attack boost, but you know what I can do? I can go for the Psychic Fangs here to try to get the shield, swap out perfectly into the Credilli and catch the move to bring me back into... No, okay, it doesn't bring me back into the game, like there's nothing that I can do here really anymore. I know that already. The opponent has a shield, like my brother has a shield here as well. If I would have went for the Aura Wheel, it would have done more damage, but it would have not knocked them out, not even close. They know that as well, because we didn't have the dark version of it. And so my best play here is to just go for the Psychic Fangs. I have to hope that I can get the move off here while the opponent's fast move goes through here, but it didn't. And so yeah, it's basically it's like sadly currently an inconsistency if you get the move off there or not. In this case, I didn't get it. I still most likely would have lost anyway, but still I wanted to try to win there. Here, I'm going to sacrifice my Credilli. Credilli is gonna be an interesting Pokemon in the current meta. It's definitely going to be a Pokemon a lot of people are going to bring because of the amount of bulk that you have on this one. But also, it is just really, really cool that you're gonna be able to just drop the opponent's attack as well at the same time. So like, you kind of make yourself nearly unremovable unless you encounter Mightyena. Again, by the way, here, if I had the Jump Love, yes, they're going to have the super effective Poison move, and yes, they do neutral damage. But Jump Love would have been so much better because of the bulk that I have here than on the Jump Love compared to the Morpeko. So yeah, we have here the Poison Fang coming through, not really ideal. We're gonna try to go for another Aura Wheel, and they're just gonna be able to win this matchup here with the Mightyena because they can fully farm us down, even though it's resisted. Mightyena looks actually really solid here. I do think that Mightyena has a lot of play. We are gonna... I should have actually let the move go through because it's gonna be a Poison Fang which is resisted again. I must say I would have played it differently if we weren't just walking around on side. But at the end of the day, it also doesn't really matter. It literally doesn't really matter. Like, now we have to take a Trailblaze, which is cool, but it doesn't matter really, to be fair. Like, we're gonna mostly lose this battle. We're gonna still be able to go to another charge move here, but we would need to hope that somehow my Morpeko is going to be able to win it for us, which is very likely not going to be the case, as they can now go for the Mightyena again, and now they can go even for the full farm run, I think. We can go for the Psychic Fangs, that's gonna be lovely, it's not gonna knock them out. And so he's hardly gonna go down here, but it is what it is, and we can move on to the next opponent. We're going to have Talonflame against us. That is going to be interesting as well. Let's see how this is gonna go. We're going to have the Rock Tomb coming in, and this is gonna be fine. This is going to allow us to get the shield from them. We're gonna use another fast move, and we can use a shield here as well. Like, Rock Tomb on this Pokemon is such a game changer. I said it before, I say it again. This Pokemon definitely benefits so much from this move here. I didn't really think that they would do Rock Tomb, like, make Rock Tomb that great, but like, this move is ridiculously strong. Like, this move is so good right now. It is mad. Like, it is mad. Like, even this move alone basically changed the Claydol to be top meta. It changed now Credilli to be top meta, and there are a few other Pokemon that also really benefit from it. For example, also the, what's called the other one? The Ghost and Dark type Pokemon, Spiritomb, to make it top meta. So, yeah, this is quite mad, I would say. I think it is quite mad on how good this Pokemon is, and how good this, yeah, thing itself just works out. It is wild. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna see here the Azumarill. We're gonna be able to swap back out into the Credilli. We're gonna let the move go through because our game plan here is, because you know that they have a Talonflame in the back, is that we're gonna be able to just go for the Thunder Shock down here with this Pokemon. We can go for now also the Aura Wheel and we just win. Like, we have a shield advantage. There is absolutely nothing the opponent can do here in order to win the battle. We're gonna try our best here to go for another move. We're gonna try our best to go for these Psychic Fangs, but as we will see, we're gonna be able to now definitely win the battle, and this is gonna be it for this one. We can move on to the next one. Let's see on how this is gonna go. We're going to have here the Marowak. Marowak is going to be something that is going to be really bad for us. So like this is like kind of the Pokemon that we kind of don't want to see here at all. Like we really don't want to see. And we're gonna try to go for a Torch Song here to get the shield back from them. And we have them kind of low. But this is kind of where you wouldn't really want to give up, right? We're going to be able to now let the move go through from the against Credilli. They're very likely to get another one. But as I said before, you never really want to give up. You have a little bit of lag here. I was wondering if I actually would be able to get the move off or not. Bone Club was coming through. Grassland is coming through though as well. We had the CMP die here, but we have now basically one Pokemon against two of the opponents. But let me tell you, Morpeko is quite a strong one. Morpeko is really, really good still in this current meta. Like when I said before, like it's more of a spicy pick for this team. It is mainly due to it not being the ideal Pokemon here, and I just want to have a little bit of fun with this thing. But Morpeko needs to be studied a little bit more. I definitely kind of want to make a team just around Morpeko and not around the Skeledirge. Because I think Morpeko has the most potential this season. Like out of all of the Pokemon most likely, maybe together with Greninja. But as you will see here, we're going to be able to go for the full farm down. We're going to have to go for the bait here though. We have to hope that the bait is going to work out. And this is going to be Psychic Fangs. We're going to get the shield. And while it's just going to be the neutral Aura Wheel, say goodbye. Like literally say goodbye to your Pokemon. Because this is going to one-shot and we're going to move on to the next opponent. Where we're going to encounter another Pokemon that I don't want to face. Another ground type. The ground type is going to be definitely a weakness for this team, but we're gonna see the LilyKatchum coming in. What a Pokemon! What do we do here? We're gonna go for the Grass Knot because it would knock them out straight away. If we got the shield here, this would be ideal. We get the shield. Why would this be ideal? Because now what I can do is I can use a shield, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go for the swap out as soon as I can. But I can get some energy beforehand, which is gonna be lovely. And now I can get some energy here. Now a Shadow Ball is going to knock out the opponent's, the other Pokemon, basically the ground type boy. But they're going to have another Bastion in the back. Why do they have everybody has Bastion right now? Torch Song boosts our attack, but like we're still in such a bad spot, especially because we know that Morpeko doesn't really have play against the ground type boy. We are really in a bad spot. Like we have the Shadow Ball coming through here, but basically, wait, I cannot just use a shield and farm them down. We can. Stone Edge is gonna get shielded, they stay in here even. We can go for the full farm down, and with us we have the Shadow Ball start, so that means they have to use a shield here. And I can just go into the Morpeko, try to force them to go for a charge move, because we can debuff them, because I don't think a Grass Knot is going to be enough, because they have a ton of play though. They go straight for the move. Can we outspeed them? Let's find out. We're going to have the Grass Knot here. They don't get the free fast move in. That is huge. That might change the entire game because this is not going to be enough, but we can still get to another move, and I think this was not really fair to win this for us. I think we maybe would have won the CMP tie anyway though, so like it's going to be fine. And we're going to be able to move on now to the final battle for today. Lovely lead. And also, I would love to know from you, how did your community day go? I would really like to see that down below in the comment section. By the way, this team was absolutely insane, as you see as well in the video already. Like, this team really worked out well for me. I had great success with it. It worked out super, super well. So definitely try to copy that one if you want to have a team together with the Skeledirge. If you want to have a little bit more of a balanced team, then go ahead and substitute the Jumpluff basically instead of the Morpeko. But this team was working out really, really well for me, so definitely feel free to copy that. But anyway, let's see here. We're going to have the Bastion coming. Why is everyone running Bastion? Like, literally every single one is running Bastion today. Again, but also, like, if you want to substitute the Morpeko for the Jumpluff, you don't get, like, those cool sweeps at the end game with the Morpeko. Like, we had a lot of cool end game sweeps with this Pokemon, thanks to the Aura Wheel being so nice. Yeah, we have to let the move go through. We have to let the Icy Wind go through. I can still go for the Grass Knot. Grass Knot does do 10 more damage compared to the other move, so it does do a little bit better than the Rock Tomb. But we have only 1 HP, which is really important because we have to hope that somehow our Morpeko is going to be able to get enough damage onto them. We have to, of course, have the perfect fast move timing here in order to, maximize the amount of energy that we're going to get. But looking at the damage here, I think another one might be even enough to knock them out here. Aura Wheel is coming through. We know that we get now a minimum of 4 fast moves in, actually. And yeah, this is going to be enough because 1 is going to be enough here. And this is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and I will see you then. Bye bye.